And we are live, darlings. Happy Wednesday. How are y'all doing? Middle of the week. Love. Don't you just love that? Like, it's the middle of the week. Hello. That must be a good thing because you're closer to the weekends, and you know how Auntie Sarsci likes it. Closer to the weekend. I mean, right? Love that. Love that. So we are here again, as per the usual, checking to see what's been going on over in the Love is Blind land. Of course, I'm late on this. I know. IRL life. What the heck? Real life has been taken over. But it's fabulous. It's all kinds of fabulous things. So, I had to rewatch again the available episodes just to make sure I didn't really miss and to recheck my initial impressions of the gents. And you know what? Yeah. My initial impressions of the castmates still stands. Really, I mean, yeah. We just literally continue on with the mess, right? So, I'm calling this hashtag Captain America, hashtag low-key broke, hashtag Lionel's son, and hashtag the puppet master manipulator. You know which one belongs with whom. So, on that, Houston, we have a problem. What the hell? Like, was there not really enough men who signed up for the show? I mean, or y'all really was trying to mess with us viewers? Holy smokes. It's all kinds of mess, and mess. It's like all kinds of shenanigans just like wrapped into this pretty little tinfoil that is Love is Blind season 5. I said it's a pretty little tinfoil, not the contents, but you know. Well, let's just get cracking on the intros for the men, shall we? These are just my impressions. You may or may not agree. That's alright. That's a-okay. We agree to disagree. First up, we have JP and Captain America, as he is called fondly. Or is it jokingly? On the show, I can't really tell. He really, really loves his red, white, and blue. The man only ever really care to be seen in red, white, and blue. I mean, like, he is always ready to go to a 4th of July party. If 4th of July was an everyday thing, he would be in heaven. That would be JP. He is a firefighter by trade, and according to him, he cooks and seems to be very wholesome. But why does he strike me as actually older than his age of 33? Like, I couldn't be the only one who's noticed this. Like, is he really 33? Did they look at his ID? His government ID? I mean, I'm almost like, can I see your birth certificate, sir? Like, really? Like, can I go with you to the local registrar's office while you go get a copy of your birth certificate? Because I really don't think he's 33. Or is it just me? He strikes me more like he's 45 or 50. Like, with 3 kids. I don't know. I don't know why I get that vibe from him. I really don't. And that's, like, through the TV. Imagine, like, in person. But hey now. Don't be throwing tomatoes at Auntie Sarsci. Because he really seemed to be smitten with our little gal Taylor. His little sugar buns. What is it? Sugar buns? And between those two, I feel like they're in need of insulin shots because their sweetness is diabetes inducing, and all that sugar this and sugar that sticky sweetness, oh, it's like drying my throat, like proverbially. So anyway, enough of that. So let's move on. We have next Izzy, and I thought it was like some iteration of like, Elizabeth or something, or something to that effect. It's actually Ishmael. Why can't you just say Ishmael or like Ish or Ike? I mean, Izzy sounds like a girl's like, you know, pet name, or like a short name for a girl's name. Anyway, he is supposedly an insurance seller, or does insurance sales? Is that more the appropriate term to use? Insurance sales? Wait, insurance seller, insurance sales. Is there a difference? He's like the vendors who go to the hospital and get us hospital folks who, like, like playing with the gizmos and latest gadgets and tries to sell it to us for the hulking price of $10 signs at the minimum. Okay, fine, I digress. But back to Izzy. He's got the height, he's got the bald head, and he's got the muscly arms that, ladies may swoon over. However, he strikes me as someone who is always in need of assurance. Like, he strikes me of somebody who's going to be an emotional roller coaster of a ride to be in a relationship with. That's what he strikes me as. Don't throw tomatoes at me, cause. And the whole insurance selling thing, I don't know about that. Commission-based jobs are great for people who can sell a hair strand to anybody. But Izzy, somehow, I feel like he's only on the show for a good time. Like, he doesn't strike me as somebody who can actually sell anything. Like, there's this like energy from him that's always like thinking about or planning mischief behind his uneasy smile. I mean, there's like, ooh, I'm thinking of something naughty to do. Not necessarily a physical naughty, but something that would like be harmful. Yeah. I hope that I'm wrong on that one, but I'm just saying. It's just a hunch. He does add that he's a detail oriented person. He likes emotional intelligence in the opposite sex, and people pleaser, and he is affectionate. Okay, well, then let's see how that pans out for him. Moving on along to Lionel Richie's All Night Long son, Milton. Milton is, as soon as he hit the screen, I was like, this is a nerd. This is a through and through nerd. Because, Auntie Sarsci's a nerd. And I'm like, my nerd radar was on. And like, Milton, I know you's a nerd. Some kind of nerd. I just don't know what. And then when he said he was like playing with rocks and collecting rocks. And then he had like a microscope in his apartment. I'm like, oh yeah. Oh yeah. Total nerd. The kind of like incredibly intelligent nerd who can come off as dismissive because they've already assessed the situation in 4, 5, 10 different ways and what the outcome would be, and have settled on an actual answer for it, or outcome, or choice, right? So anyway, I know I'm digressing, and I have to say, he says he's 24. He looks really old though, and that haircut, And the Lionel Richie mustache. I just, ugh. I don't know. Is it that it's an attempt to look older? Because you signed up for Love is Blind? So you want to appear or feel older? Like more mature? I don't know. Older doesn't necessarily mean mature though. Yes, I said it. Older does not necessarily mean mature. Honestly, it's true. It's true, honeys. And I know you guys agree. Mm. And although I have to say though, Milton looking like Lionel Richie's son, I hope he can carry a tune. Or at least have the moves. That would be kind of sad if he doesn't. But speaking of rocks, he likes metamorphic rocks and works in the oil trade. So he does have a really good job, right? For a 24-year-old, he does have a solid career. And it's not bad that he graduated high school with his associate's degree. But honestly, though, at 24, I feel like shouldn't Milton be out at the clubs or like out in some other public capacity meeting and mingling with single ladies? I'm just saying. I mean, look, it doesn't even have to be a club. If you're not like, your vibe is not like the clubs per se, like the nightclubs, then you can go to like a Twitch convention. You can go to like anime expos, nerd stuff, like other nerd stuff, or you can go to these geology conventions, something science based that would really pique your interest and hold your attention while getting your rocks off, because it's what you do, it's what you love, it's what you're interested in. I know. Anyway, about that, pun intended. Next up, and I know a lot of people have got a lot to say about this guy, because this guy, ooh, mm, 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 mm. There is a sneaky, snarky, evil shadow to this candidate. It's like, he's like that, he's just prowling. It's like the little jaguar that's just like prowling around in the shadows, waiting to like pounce on people. Yeah. We have Uche. Oh dear Uche. The Nigerian lawyer who loves to crush people's emotional stability only to build them back up in the image that he has chosen for them. Okay, was that too harsh? Was it though? You be the judge. But that is my takeaway on Uche's personality. Like, oof. Before we get too far, though, in our impression of Uche, why in the heck is Uche's haircut giving Bertiz vibes? What season was Bertiz? I forget. But anyway, you guys know who Bertiz is. He had like that kid in play type of haircut that's like, ugh, I just don't understand. What is up with the kid in play haircut? It's 2023. I have to say, aren't there enough skilled barbers in Houston who can give this man a great fade? Like, is the economy that bad that he's not making ends meet with his day job as a lawyer who also owns his own business? Apparently, because again, that haircut is just cringe. It just gives ick vibes. Speaking of ick vibes, this dude just calmly shattered whatever self-esteem was left in his connection, Aaliyah. When she shared with him that she's actually cheated on her ex-boyfriend, she got called by Uche as a recent cheater. I mean, was that sassy? Or was that sassy? Then again, it must be a really rock-solid non-negotiable for him. But still, on that note, he didn't need to dissect her personhood and leave her. He should have left her some grace. It was like he was beating that damn dead horse that was no longer existent by the time his line of questioning was finished. Like, You know how like um the the crime scene pictures or whatever, they have the outline of the person. That dead horse didn't even have an outline anymore. By the time it was finished grilling her about being a recent cheater, like it almost seemed like she was a criminal defendant and he was the prosecutor for this quote unquote crime, and he was just trying to wring out information from her, who at this point is already manipulated into disclosing more info than maybe she bargained for. And for the camera to pan to Uche with a side smirk while he was interrogating Aaliyah, that was just wow. Wow. That was mean. He was relishing emotionally abusing Aaliyah all the while knowing this would potentially be shown on national TV and worldwide. You know, that clip, that scene. But, like, what was the intention there? To show that he's the king of the jungle or what? It was just so unnecessary to embarrass her further. Just was unnecessary. Um, it must be underlined that I do completely disagree with cheating. However, I'm no angel myself. And although, again, I have not ever cheated in a relationship and or period, it wasn't necessary to embarrass her further when she already had expressed that yes, she was very sad about it. She was apologetic. She was regretful of having committed, the act with somebody else while she was in a relationship with another person. But I just didn't see the need to magnify someone's guilt in that way. Um, and it seemed like it was to exalt himself, just to be cruel. I mean, if that is what Uche does in his relationships, I could imagine the line of women who are outside a therapist's office right now. But wait. If you thought that was the worst of it, there's another layer to the Uche. He does admit that he cheated himself when he was 18, but he does try to deflect the gravity of that error because he said he was only 18. So he was young and stupid, basically, is what he's saying. As opposed to Aaliyah, who was much older when she cheated. What is the point of comparing the two? You cheated, she cheated. Both of y'all are cheaters. If I'm not clear enough here, he's literally giving himself a free pass. No, no. Cheating is cheating is cheating. Period. I mean, look, there's going to be more smoke where this ember is slowly gaining heat and will be igniting everything around it. That is Uche. And next up, let's talk about the connections and get right in the middle of the mess. That is the couples on our next stream. So don't forget to click like and subscribe for more snarky snarks courtesy of your resident auntie Sarsci Royale. And remember, darlings, you guys are all fabulous. We are all fabulous. And to leave some grace for others, because we are all imperfect beings. And to remember to always journey in gratitude. Darling dears, that will be all for tonight. And I shall see you tomorrow. I will be actually tomorrow. I think I'm going to stream about like my impressions of the actual couple. So it's not going to be a play by play of like the episodes. It's going to be, I'm going to do at the reveal, like the episodes beginning at the reveal all the way up to available episodes now, which is them, like moving in together and all that good stuff, like right up to the wedding. So I would like to do an impression of each of the couples and what I think would be happening on Friday. Will they or will they not be married to each other? Okay. Well, until then, ciao, darlings.